Hey, Vision Chasers, Dr. Bird here, reminding you that it's the way you do what you do that's what makes all the difference. The way you do what you do, that's what sets you apart as a vision chaser because you do it with excellence. You know, in life there's a system, there's a formula to life that we all follow. So we're born, we spend about 5 years at home before we begin school. Then we graduate from high school. We either go straight to work or we go to college or we join the military, or we start a business. So there's a formula that we all follow. But there's varying results that people realize, and the difference is in the way we do what we do. You see, as a vision chaser, I want you to have just ridiculous success. I want you to have amazing results in everything that you do. Because everybody on earth, there is a special purpose for everyone here on earth. And life is about discovering that purpose. And the beautiful thing about it is it's going to make the world a better place. So you're doing a service and you're also taking care of the needs of yourself and your family, and you're building a legacy. So it's a beautiful thing, and it's a win-win for everyone when you're realizing your vision of success and beyond. And that's why I want to come back to this message, and that it's the way you do what you do. That's the difference maker. And to that end, I want to ask you this question. What are you demanding of yourself? What are you demanding of yourself? Because for sure, you can get by with doing the minimum. Not going to do too much here. I'm just going to get this job done. My boss asked me to do X, Y, and Z. I'll do it. Okay, you can do that. Or you can do it with excellence. You can do it with the mindset of a vision chaser. And when you do it that way, you do a little bit extra. You put a little something special on it, and that catches someone's eye. So I want to share with you an article, and the title of the article is 4 Things You Should Demand from Yourself. And this absolutely 100% applies to vision chasers. The number one thing that he shares in this article, which I'll link to you in the description section, is consistency. You need to demand consistency from yourself. That's not easy. It's not always easy, especially depending on what the thing is, what the habit is that you're trying to create within yourself. Consistency. But see, that's it. With consistency, that there you find the secret to success, because we're talking about consistency and doing the things that you need to do in order to get closer to your vision of success. Now, that could mean you're having to be consistent in things that you want to do, but that can also mean you're being consistent and persistent in things that you really don't like. It's not your favorite, but it's the true test of a vision chaser. Because with consistency, that's how we develop habits. That's how we're always making sure that we're where we need to be, so that when opportunity presents itself, there we are, we're ready, because we were consistent in our behavior. Consistency is repeatedly doing what you say you're going to do with excellence, period. Number 2, the second thing that you should be demanding of yourself, you demand of yourself, is hard work. Hard work. Those of you in school, you get to practice this. You get to practice this with your schoolwork. Those of you working, doesn't matter what job it is. Maybe it's not your dream job yet, but still hard work, because your work is your signature. Your work speaks for you after you leave the room, and you don't know who's in that room. You know, the people who notice that, they could be some influential people. They could be people that you need to help you get closer to your vision of success. Your work speaks for itself long after you're gone. And I'm reminded of the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel, the beautiful Sistine Chapel. Michelangelo painted that in the early 1500s, and it still stands today. There's millions of people come through each and every year to check out his work, his hard work. He even, as he was painting the ceiling, he talked about the physical pain that it caused him to be so detailed as he worked on his masterpiece. But you know what? Just decades, no, not decades, centuries, centuries after he's gone, his work still speaks for him. The third thing that you need to demand of yourself is honesty. Honesty. You see, it is, I don't know if you know this or not, but it is possible to lie to yourself. It is possible to lie to yourself. You know, there's going to be times when there's no one around. There's no one around to check you when you need to be checked, to say, hey, you got over on this. This wasn't your absolute best. And so in those moments when there's no checks and balances on you, you've got to be honest with yourself and say, hey, I know I got away with doing less than my best here. I got to step up. I got to step up. That's how you grow, and that's how you get better, and that's how you maintain that consistency when you're honest with yourself. You have to be honest with yourself. In addition to that, yes, you need to be honest with other people as well. Sure, I know it's easy to tell a lie. It's easy to omit some things and call and say, oh no, I didn't lie. I just didn't tell you about it. I know that's easy. I know that when it's time to take responsibility for something that went wrong, that was your fault. I know it's easy to kind of try to shift the blame and come up with an excuse. I get that. But see, the thing about honesty, when you're honest with other people, is people marvel at that. People are like, wow, you took responsibility for that. Whoa, I appreciate that. Like when you go to a restaurant and you're dealing with someone at a store, and they just go over the top and they accept responsibility. They're honest and they do what they can to make it right. It makes the other person feel good. And that's what you need to be doing. Like when you make a mistake, when you mess up, you need to be honest with people and say, hey, this is the situation. This is what I learned from it, and I'm going to do the very best that I can in order to make it right. You leave people feeling good. And not only that, you make an impression on them to the point where they see your potential is just so easy to be seen. And perhaps they could be the difference maker in your life. Perhaps they can be the one to move you even closer to your vision of success, because through an error, they saw your character and they grew closer to you, and they realized that there's something special about you. I told you, it's the way you do what you do. That's the difference maker. That's a difference maker. And the fourth thing that you should be demanding of yourself is focus. Focus. I talk often about your days. You only have so much time in a day. What are you doing with that time? Are you wasting that time, or are you investing that time? Each and every day, you should be starting with a list, thinking about the things that you need to do throughout your day. And in that list, prioritize the things that you absolutely need to do. Now, a lot of times you're not going to finish everything on that list. That's why you prioritize a list so that you can look back on the end of the day and be very, very happy that you did the things that you absolutely needed to do. And that, ladies and gentlemen, that is the visual progress for you to see that, hey, I'm moving closer to my vision of success. I'm doing what I need to do. You know what that also does for you is that it gives you confidence. That gives you confidence because if you don't have that structure in your life, you can't, you're wasting time. Like, success is it's something that doesn't just happen. It doesn't, it's not like, oops, whoa, I'm successful. Yes, I'm here. My vision of success. I don't know how I did that, but wow, look at that. It happened. No, success doesn't just happen. That's why you need to be focused. You need goals. You need to write your goals down. You need to be focusing on your goals because your goals tell you what you can do and what you can't do. And you need to be honest with yourself about those things. Remember, the difference is in the way we do what we do. Not everybody is doing that, but you're a vision chaser. Your vision of success is important enough to wake up a little bit early and start with a list. Write that list down. Type it in your phone. Use an app. Do whatever you need to do. Your goals. Those are the mile markers. Those are going to help you get closer to your vision of success. Write those down. Review those. The action steps as well. What are the things that you need to be doing? Write it down. Well, let's review those. So number one is consistency. That's what you need to be demanding of yourself. The first thing is consistency. Over and over and over again. It's just a habit. It's just, you do it. You can't help it. It's involuntary because you just do it so much. You're consistent. Number two, hard work. Hard work. Your work is your signature, and it's going to speak for you long after you've left the room. Number three is honesty. You have to be honest with yourself and others. And then number four is focus. You have to focus. I know there's going to be distractions all over the place, but if you write out your list, then that's going to help you focus on what is most important. Well, thank you so much, Vision Chasers. Please think about that. Please think about that. What are you demanding of yourself? And until we meet again, please keep chasing the vision.